Hello and welcome back to Mr. Scullin's Music Room, the ukulele journeys. This is video number 4, where we're going to be learning 2 more chords. Now, we may want to take a little while on this video because these chords are big chords. They're using 3 fingers, but they're very, very similar. But once we unlock these chords, you're going to realise how amazing the ukulele can sound. It's like the chord that finishes things off. Once you get this chord, you can play loads and loads of different songs. It just makes everything, it rounds it off really nicely. So far we've had our C, C7, A minor, and F. And today we're going to be looking at G and G7. All right. So the G we're going to start with. So this is probably a bit more of a common chord, but the G7 is used in quite a bit. So the G. First finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the C string, so the 2nd string down from the top. All right, so get that finger nice and in position, fingertip squeezing on the string. Now I know I say match your strings to your fingers, but this one, because we're using lots of fingers in 2 frets, then we need to be a bit flexible with the rule. So our first finger is going to go on the 2nd fret on the C string. This is the bit which people sometimes struggle with. We've got to get our 2nd finger on the A string, which is below it, and it's on the 2nd fret as well. So it feels like a little bit of a squeeze. Here's my little hint. If you're upright like this, if everything's really straight, it can feel like a bit cramped. So twist your finger around like that, okay, and then you can, or twist your hand around like that, and it will feel a bit easy to fit them both in. Finally, 3rd finger is going to go on the 3rd fret of the E string, so it's the green cat's eat. If you look at your fingers now, you might want to, it might look like a certain shape. Some people can see a triangle shape if you join the dots. Some people see a letter W or a letter M. Some people see a pack of uneven sausages, and some people see their grandmother's necklace. I mean, these are all descriptions I've heard before, and that's fine. Whatever makes you happy, guys. So look at your fingers, see if there's a shape that it makes. All right, have a little think about it. But it just helps if you think of a shape when you look at that chord. It really, really helps you get it back into position. All right, it may sound a bit odd, but it does work. So with our fingers in this position, they might be getting a bit uncomfortable now. Just hold them there and only squeeze them when you're about to strum the chord. So thumb at the back, squeezing against your fingers. I'm going to count to 4, all right? And then we're going to strum our G chord together. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And rest. Good. And relax your fingers. Oh, I bet they hurt a little bit, don't they now? But they will be tougher than before. And they'll come back on your ukulele. They'll be like, I'm even tougher now, mate. So don't miss. All right? Now, I said about the G7, it's very, very similar. It's a similar shape, but we're just going to do a little bit of a rejig with our fingers. So give them a little wiggle just to give them a break for a bit. So first finger is now going to go on the 1st fret of the E string. So it's very similar to what we do for our F chord. Our 2nd finger is going to go on the 2nd fret of the C string. So that one there. And then our 3rd finger is going to go on the same fret, so the 2nd fret again, but on the A string. So again, we've made this almost like a reverse triangle, but it's a G7. Now I often think when I play G7s, it just sounds a little bit comedy, a little bit silly, like a silly cowboy. I don't know, okay, it's whatever you associate it with. So G7, really, really handy chord. And once you put all those chords together, so we've got our C, A minor, F, G. And now it's starting to make a little bit more sense. It's like we're completing a little circuit. G7, C, F, C. So now we've pretty much got the main ingredients that we need to take on some exciting songs. All right, well guys, see you in the next video.